Oh, here we go. There we go. I'll make some crawfish hash. So I posted this recipe the other day, or a picture of it, and everybody was like, oh my God, how do you make that? So I posted a recipe. So this is that recipe. All right, let's see. Cheers. Okay. So after a crawfish boil, you have leftover stuff. You have potatoes, you have corn, crawfish, obviously, garlic. So I take my potatoes and I quarter them, and I peel all the garlic, peel all the crawfish. I don't generally devein the crawfish. My wife likes them deveined, so these crawfish are deveined. So I usually quarter my potatoes, throw them in the pot. Kind of a judgment thing. You got to figure out what you can do in your pot. This is my trusty Magnolite heavy duty pot. So you don't make them too small. I like them to be a little chunked, you know. Sometimes you just break them with your hand. You don't have to really cut them. That works too. There's a bunch of people watching. Y'all must have nothing better to do than watch me. Some Brian Foray in the background. A little T99. Alright, get that in there. So you're going to use a lot of butter in this recipe. Everything's seasoned already, so there's really no point in putting salt and pepper or Tony's or cayenne or anything, because the potatoes were boiled in the crawfish, and the crawfish were obviously boiled in seasoning, unless you're from Lafayette or something. I usually peel the garlic, get all the skin off of it. I take the ears of corn and I shear all the ears, the kernels off. The garlic I usually just throw in whole. I get the skin off of it. Let's see, here we go. So what's everybody doing? Tim's watching, Jules is watching, Cheryl's watching. Alright, I usually just throw in my garlic. I don't have the heat on yet because there's no point. I usually get everything in there first. Shear the kernels off the ears of corn. And all of this is kind of just a judgment. You like more corn, put more corn. You like less corn, put less corn. You like more potatoes, put more potatoes. But I have found this is the best thing to do with leftover crawfish boil accoutrement than just about anything. I mean, how can you screw up this with butter? Teddy Dunaway, didn't I just see you? Running out of room on the chopping board here. So what's everybody else cooking today? Y'all gotta be cooking something. We got 13 people watching. Somebody's gotta be cooking something. Matt Fisher. What's up, Matt? We need to be playing rugby, Matt. Alright. So I posted this recipe the other day if anybody's really interested in it. It's on my Google Drive, so I can post it again on here later. Now this recipe calls for an obscene amount of butter, because you're gonna get those potatoes kind of fried off and crusty in the butter, along with the corn. Alright, so that's all my corn. Alright, there we go. Alright, last 2 potatoes in there. Alright, I'm going to let y'all see this here in a second. Alright, let's see. Turn y'all around. There we go. Alright, so everything's in the pan, just about. All the garlic, the corn, the potatoes, and then I got my crawfish, all that, so that's all going in too. Don't want to lose all that good stuff. All right, let me turn that back around. All right. Get all the fat, all that good stuff. All right. So, now, we're gonna put the fire on, about a medium high. And I'm gonna step over here and get butter. So that's just one. I'm gonna go with 2 of those to start. Got the heat going. Get the spatula. Trying to get this butter down in the middle. Get it all good and hot. David, this is the recipe I was telling you about the other day. I see you're on here watching. Richard Woodfin, what's up, brother? David, I see you watching. When are you going to be back at work? I can bring you some. Dwayne Evans, what's up, brother? Still tasting the coffee, huh? Alright, so basically I'm just put all the butter in the middle of the pan, got the heat on medium. So right now I'm just letting the butter melt. And you kind of want to stick the potatoes a little bit. It gives it that hash-ish consistency. I mean, realistically, there's no hash in this because that's just what we call it. See if we can turn this a little bit. Alright. Now you're going to have to adjust your butter as it melts and you see what you got going on as this starts to heat up. And those whole garlic cubes you put in there from the boil are going to pretty much disintegrate into this anyway. Who's on here? David, yeah, checking in out Wednesday. So you're gonna be, oh that's right, you're on night shift, huh? You'll be out, you'll be there Wednesday night then, right? Alright, let's see. It's all starting to get happy, so here, let's take a look. Just letting that get melted. Alright, like I was saying, so you can get that butter starts to melt and you kind of, until you get everything good and hot, you're going to have to just kind of adjust it. What's up, Sam Ridgway? Checking out some Louisiana crawfish here, bro. Trying to kill some time down here. Richard Woodfin, so it's all, yeah, it's everything left over from the boil. Sometimes if I have some onions and celery left over, I'll cut up a little bit of that and put in here too. This time I didn't have any left, but it's really what you want to make it, you know. I like a little bit of the onion usually because they're kind of sweet and they got some of the heat. But I always do the potatoes and corn and garlic and obviously crawfish. There's some more going in. And you're going to want the heat a little high because you're trying to sear it. I mean, everything's already cooked. So all you're doing is scoring it with the butter to give it some more flavor, really. I'm so going to try this next time. I usually make potato salad. Yeah, I'm not a big potato salad fan, so I'm very, very picky about potato salad. Now you're going to start getting some sticking on the bottom of the pan. That's not a bad thing. You just got to not let it get stick for too long. You don't want to let it build up. You got to keep moving it around. Wayne Evans, what are you sipping on? This would be some good Irish whiskey is what this is. There you go. Well, I had music on. My wife's controlling the music. Well, like I said, you're going to want it to stick a little bit. That's what gives it the flavor as it starts to kind of scorch on the bottom. It's another reason why you need a lot of butter. Alright, so like I said, you're going to have to adjust the butter as you go. Yeah, let me show you all that. Ugh. So, got a little more butter. So pretty much we're just going to let that get real happy. I'll show you the finished product here in a minute. I like to take it served over rice or no. I've never served it over rice, Richard. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure it would be good over rice. I just have never done that. I usually serve it just like this. Cheryl, good. What'd Cheryl say? You asked about what are people cooking today? Having a drink and watching me cook, huh? Nothing wrong with that. Alright, I usually keep moving this around until it's all good and hot. And that's usually around the time that it's going to start wanting to stick. So you're going to want to keep moving it. And you can turn your heat down just a hair. But I like it to brown on the bottom and get a little scorched. Kind of adds to the flavor of it. What's up, John? All right, it's getting close now. Like I said, it takes kind of an obscene amount of butter, but not exactly the most heart-healthy dish in the world. I end up using damn near a whole stick of Kerry's Irish Gold. other than it just cooking down and starting to crust up a little bit on the bottom. I do not add anything else to it from a seasoning standpoint. Assuming the boil that you got everything from was seasoned, at least well. I mean, you can always add more stuff if you want, but to be leery about adding salt, because you probably already got a fair amount of salt to begin with. Alright, now it's starting to stick. There we go. Now you're getting to that point where it's just starting to stick. Repping my Gentile Gin shirt from 73 Distillery. All you people watching, you kind of, nobody talking. What's up, Chris? Dan Sullivan, what you doing? Sean, you probably at work, huh? I'll see you at work tomorrow, bring extras. Well, I'm off tomorrow, so you have to find me on Tuesday. Are you working on Tuesday? Looks really good. Let me give y'all another peek at it. It's getting real close. You can see it's starting to kind of stick just a hair. That's kind of what you want. This is, you want it to stick. Start getting brown and crusty. You can let it go a little bit. I usually keep it on a medium-high heat. Y'all still working? Yeah, Dwayne, we're still working. I'm just on my normal days off right now. I'm off today and tomorrow, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Jules, maybe sprinkle some fresh parsley at the end. Yeah, fresh parsley wouldn't be bad. I mean, if you just have to have something green. But yeah, fresh parsley would be nice. Probably add a little to it. Oops, making a mess. Jules, you got to be cooking something today. You always cooking something. Dwayne, it is so good. Alright, for the last, once everything gets really good and hot, and you'll notice it kind of like starts to congeal a little bit. You want to just keep moving it around, and the bottom will be like frying off, like I was talking about when it's sticking. Just want to keep moving it, and then you're gonna find you'll start getting a little sticking, so you'll scrape that. Then it's really a personal preference of how far you take it. I like some crusty pieces in it.
Jamie, I was telling my wife how
Dwayne, you tell that story about when we used to fry all them turkeys on night shift? I'm sure there's a few Folgers people who remember that. Peter Rafidi, what are you doing today? Dwayne, I think we fried like 14 turkeys one night. Alright, this is getting really close. Yeah, this is getting real close. So. This is kind of like roux. Do not walk away from it and just leave it on the stove, because you'll come back and it'll be completely stuck to the bottom and scorched. And unlike roux, you probably can save some of it, but it probably wouldn't smell too good if you burned it that bad. My daughter-in-law is watching. What's up, Taylor? Oh, you're my boy! My son just texted me and said that he is cooking at the same time. Taylor, what's Raymond cooking? Allison, yum. I love to cook as as much as you love to eat, huh? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Who's that, baby? Oh, okay. So my son's cooking gumbo right now, apparently. That boy loves to cook too. I love the burnt pieces. Dwayne, are you talking about the turkeys or are you talking about the burnt pieces on here? Alright. Yeah, this is getting real close now. Allison, you saying yes to Dwayne? What, you talking about the burnt pieces of what?
He said on there.
Oh yeah, and on this, the burnt pieces kind of make it, especially when they get a little crusted up. I can't believe I have 15 of y'all watching me. Y'all must be some bored ass people. Because I'd be doing this with the camera was not here or not. Alright. Almost done. I kind of like to score it a decent amount. I'm gonna try that whiskey. This is just Jameson I'm drinking, Dwayne. If you want to try some real good Irish whiskey, try some Redbreast or some Green Spot.
Or there's a peated one called Connemara that I like a lot. How'd that look? Let that simmer right there for a minute. What you playing on the radio? Start it over again. What's up, Josh? All right. Yeah, we're just